What is your most prized possession in life? Your family, your kids, your career, money, whatever that is. Let me suggest to you that none of those are your most prized possession. Although they're incredibly important, I would say that your most prized possession is your mind. Because if you don't have your mind right, you won't be able to support your family. You won't be able to succeed in your career. You won't be able to go after your aspirations if your mind's not right. And in this world that we live in today, of rapid change, information is coming at us at such a rapid pace, and in such a negative pace, honestly, that it's hard to fend off, right? So what I'm going to teach you today are two concepts that are going to be tremendously important to you and tremendously valuable. And you're going to be able to apply them every day. And they're two of my most favorite concepts around in the field of neuroscience, cognitive science. The first one is called the reticular activating system. The RAS for short, RAS. And what it is, it's like a screen door. In your mind, you have a net-like group of cells that runs from the back of your mind to the frontal cortex. And what that does is allow things in of importance and of threat. Importance and threat. If it's not important to you, or if it's not a threat, it's not going to get in. And what does that do? It's a natural filter that we have so that we're not getting bombarded with information overload. We can't take it. The mind can't process it. So it says, okay, what's important to you? I'm going to feed you that. What's of a threat just to keep you safe? Okay? So if we decide what gets in and what gets out. The problem is that we've grown up not knowing that we have this system. And so we've listened to our teachers, our parents, our coaches, all the past experiences that we've had in life. And that has shaped us and molded us to think and believe in the way we do. Right? And a lot of times that always, that didn't serve us very well. Right? Maybe some of us didn't have the parents in place, or they just delivered the message wrong, or we had a coach that was tough on us. Whatever that is, we've come to realize that we've created this world for ourselves that may not be the whole truth. Because those were opinions that people were giving us. But we labeled them as facts because they were people of authority. They're your parents, your coaches, your teachers. You were told to listen to them, right? And so through this reticular activating system, if you allow it in, it becomes fact in your life, and it tends to limit you and your performance. Okay. So now one of the interesting things about the RAS is, for example, how many mothers are there in the room? Mothers? Right? Okay. So when you're sleeping and you had your child and there was thunder outside and you slept, and there was planes flying over and there were cars passing by and you slept. But as soon as you heard the smallest whimper of your child, you immediately get up and you hit your husband, right? Oh no, that just happens in my family. That is your RAS waking you up and saying, hey, this is important. This is important information. Get up, right? Now, what does that do? Just like a yin and a yang, that creates blind spots. Okay? So let's say you're in a business meeting and you think that your way is the right way and that's the only way, and you're so committed to that way that your mind says, okay, that's what's important to you. I'm going to focus in on that. I'm going to block everything else out. And so what happens? You miss out on opportunities. You miss out on other points of view. Have you ever noticed how when you're shopping for a car, you decide, all right, I'm in the market for a car. I want a Volkswagen. I want a Volkswagen Jetta. And you set your mind on that. Next day you go for a drive and you start noticing Volkswagen Jettas everywhere. Is that the universe just bringing it to you? Is that the law of attraction, or is it the science behind the law, meaning that you declared that of importance? You said, I want a Volkswagen, so all of a sudden, now you start seeing Volkswagens everywhere, and that's your mind looking for clues to tell you that you're not sane. Is to tell you, yep, here, look, Volkswagens everywhere. That's what you should get, right? Especially, now here's the funny part. When you vote with your dollars and you make that big decision, you put thousands of dollars and you say, yes, I'm buying that Volkswagen. And as soon as you drive off the lot, what do you get? Buyer's remorse. Self-doubt creeps in. You said, did I make the right decision? Because I was in between the other two cars and my buddy bought he bought the Chevy and I bought the VW. So again, your mind starts looking for validation and justification. And not only that, but then you're going to start looking for Chevys that are broken down on the side of the road. Just to say, you see, I made the right decision. So you have to be very conscious and aware of what's going on in your mind because this happens subconsciously. So that's the reticular activating system. Remember, it's like the screen door, but you decide what you let in and what you keep out. So just like a bouncer at a club saying, all right, you can come in, let's bring in you positivity, let's bring in you, and negativity, you're going to stay out. We need to be just like that bouncer in the club, right? At the door and blocking out all these negative people, negative self-talk that comes in and creeps in, self-doubt, all that stuff, because as soon as you declare it important, and you don't even realize it because if you're thinking about it, you're declaring it in your mind. You don't have to say it. So as soon as you declare that importance, you're going to get more of that. Okay? You're going to get more of that. So if you say, oh, geez, I'm always late. Guess what? You're going to be late. You're going to find a way to make yourself late. So stop it. You're better than that. Stop saying those things to yourself. Realize that we have that screen door and you and only you decide what gets in and what stays out. And so use that to your advantage so that you create blind spots to the negativity that's going on in the world, the negativity in other people that have been trying to influence you and keep you down, and use it to bring in what you want in your life, bring in your goals, and focus in on that and declare that every day that that's what's important to you, and you're going to start living that life. So if I had to say what's your most prized possession, use that mind. Thank you.